currently just sitting at the top of a hill looking at Blea water. I'm going to be making a Greek dish. I'm going to make some gyros. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Steve Here's Adventures, all about hiking, wild camping and outdoor adventures. I am back out in the Lake District once again, and I'm currently just sitting at the top of a hill looking at Blea water, and I'm going to pitch my tent somewhere around there. Not very far from the car. The car is parked at Wandledath. It's a National Trust car park and it's free to park there if you remember. You're not supposed to stay overnight, of course, but I'll just put a ticket on when I get back. Should be okay, I hope. Anyway, tonight is a nice easy one. I have packed fairly heavy. It's all about luxury, this camp. I'm going to be making a Greek dish. I'm going to make some gyros. I've actually half made it at home, but I'm going to finish it off in the skillet here. And I've got some nice potatoes to fry up with some seasoning. And so that should be a nice evening meal tonight. And I've also got some alcohol for a change. So Blea Tarn just sits under Old Scarth on the central fells of the Lake District. It isn't very high, it's probably about 500 metres, something like that, I'm not actually sure. I do have a favourite spot, I've camped there twice before, both times in the winter. Although it has cooled down a bit of late, we've had a bit of warm weather, but it has cooled down and it's a little bit wet. It's going to be off and on showers, but there's zero wind and it's fairly warm, about 15 degrees. So I'm going to stick this pack back on and head off down to Blea Tarn and find where I'm going to put the tent for tonight. If I remember rightly, there's not really a path down to this tarn and it's fairly boggy. It's actually not as boggy as what I thought it was going to be. The last time I was here, my feet got absolutely drenched because it was so wet and it's a nightmare getting down. But fingers crossed today, because of all the dry weather, it's not too bad. Well, here I am at my favourite camp spot of two times on Blea Tarn in the central fells of the Lake District. And this is a beautiful spot. It is a little bit early to put my tent up, although it is really quiet for a Friday. I think it's the change in the weather. I think people are waiting for next weekend when it's the bank holiday weekend. Anyway, if you look just over there, there's some rain coming. It was forecast, a bit of rain off and on, and then later on it's meant to get out nice. It is fairly windy here as well, but never mind. So as soon as it's time, I'm going to put this tent up, and I've got lots of goodies to show you. It's Greek time. Well, that's the tent up. Just got the inside stuff to put in, and it's raining. So I'm going to get the inside of the tent set up whilst it's raining. Hopefully it'll stop in time for us to cook my gyros. I'm quite excited about it. I did prepare it at home, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. It's about 4 o'clock, very early for setting up in the summer. Not in the winter, however, but sunset is around about 8 o'clock, so I've got about 4 hours of just chilling out and mucking about. And anyway, 5 will be in the hour shortly. It'll be time for a tipple. And I've got some some white rum and an energy drink, a Monster. And I've got some Southern Comfort as well. So this is it, home for the night. For a change, I'm going to be using my Big Agnes Rapide SL insulated sleeping pad today. And to pump it up, I'm going to be using the Flextail ×3 light pump. Nice cup of coffee. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Tent is all up, everything's inside. I've been and getting some water from the Tarn. I do have some alcohol to drink tonight, and I'll be getting to that very shortly after my coffee. And then I'm going to cook some tea. And it's something special. I'm going to make some gyros and fried potatoes. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. There's a fair few flies about, and surprisingly not a lot of people about. I haven't seen anybody up here yet. And it is Friday. I'm guessing people are saving themselves for the bank holiday next week. And not that I'm complaining. I do like it when it's quiet. I'm hoping that is the end of the rain. I doubt it, but I think it's going to stay fine. And it isn't that cold. My legs are getting a little bit cold, so I might put my trousers on. I've had brought trousers this time, and I've got some leggings, and I might put my fleece on, just stay nice and warm and comfortable whilst I'm sitting out here having a drink. The reason why I've just walked from Wandledath to here is I've still got a bad knee. It's really giving us some dip. It happens every year, just out of nowhere. So I've kept it a little bit short. The only problem with carrying a skillet and all this extravagant food to cook, pack's really heavy, and also the alcohol, and I have got a big can of pop in my bag as well. So all that extra weight, the pack was quite heavy coming up here. So I'm glad it was only a short distance. Oh wow, that's fairly strong. I'll only have to sip that. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how I video and what equipment I use. The one I'm using at the moment that's videoing it is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a really good piece of equipment. It tracks your face. If I press it here, if I move like that, it moves with us and tracks us. And that is brilliant. I was missing some kind of footage. It was difficult to get out and video yourself or get any footage of when you're hiking and going up scrambles and stuff. So I purchased one of these, and it's the DJI Osmo 360. So it has 2 cameras, a screen, and that basically videos 360 degrees. It also has a long pole, and you can attach it to a tripod with that as well, and that comes in very handy. But that's not all. I also sometimes still use my phone, which has video. Obviously that's what I used in the early days, a phone on a gimbal, which wasn't the best. And as well as that, I also use a drone. This is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's an upgrade from the old one. It was the Mini 3. It's exceptional. You get exceptional footage with this. It's a handy piece of kit. Sometimes you can't use it, and they're very expensive, and there's always the risk of losing it. I tend not to fly it in high winds. And last but not least is this, and that's a DJI microphone, which I got with the Pocket 3. You can be forgiven bad footage in your videos, but you'll never be forgiven bad sound. I do have a laptop at home, which I use specifically for editing my videos, and the program that I use is Power Director. And you'd be surprised how much work goes in it. What you see, maybe 25-minute, 30-minute video, takes about 8 hours, or if not more, to get to edit it all and get it to a standard which I'm happy with. And I'm learning new things every time. I don't think it really matters how many times I come here. I absolutely love this place. Yeah, I'm just looking at the tarn. It's quite a big tarn, and I've seen a few splashes and ripples, so I'm pretty positive there's fish in here. Now, I heard a story that there's Arctic char and trout, so if anybody knows, if there's any keen anglers about, maybe you can tell us in the comments what fish are in here and how big do they get. Is it worth fishing for them? That would be amazing, that. Cooking some fish in a pan, fresh, put some brown trout. I like brown trout, but I did hear there is Arctic char. Not that I know what they look like or how big they get. I'm guessing such a small body of water, the fish aren't going to get that big. So that is a fairly big tarn. The sun is just going down now, and I'm enjoying my rum and monster. Anyway, it's nearly time to cook some food. I'm glad I came here. I was going to go to Rosthwaite Fell, Tarn at Levers, but this just seemed like a better idea. If you don't do wild camping, you won't know what I'm talking about. Some people will say that I can't think of anything worse sitting outside in a tent and sleeping on a mattress. But until you try it, don't knock it. I love it, man. Like, not a soul about. I do like these tarn camps where you're in a boat. There's something about camping on the summit in the summer. You've just got 360 views. You can see everything around you. It's just fantastic. But this does have its bonuses as well. You don't have to carry water up because there's water where you're camping. On a summit, a lot of the times, you're carrying water at least half of the way up. And that's if you get it from a stream part way up. Anyway, I'm just going to sit and chill and enjoy this drink and watch the world go by. I would say watch the sun go down, but it's behind the cloud. That's another thing about being next to a tarn. You very rarely get a sunset. It is time to cook some gyros. And this is it. I prepared this at home. Basically, I took some mince, some gyros, got some oven paper, placed it out, got the mince, mixed it in a bowl, put all the special gyros flavouring in. And this is from Greece, when I was in Greece, and it's beautiful. It's meant to be made with pork, but I've made it with beef, pork, mince. And I've spread it out on the parchment paper, rolled it up, and this is it already. I did put some paprika on, some salt and pepper, so it's got plenty of seasoning on. So I have wrapped it up well. There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of mince there. There's about 500 grams of mince. Anyway, I'm gonna just basically stick that in the frying pan and slow cook it. I'll turn it over. I'll do it on all the sides, and then once I think it's cooked, I'm gonna take all the paper off and break it all up, and then I'm gonna put it to one side, and then I'm gonna cook my fried potatoes, and I've got some garlic butter and some seasoning to go on them. And then I'm gonna mix basically it's gonna be like kebab meat, but it's gyros, in with the mashed potatoes, so it should be really tasty. So let's get on with it. So that's sizzling away. It's working better than I thought it was. I thought my cooker was broken. I do need a new cooker. I bought one off Temu, a bit like it's a BRS one, similar to this, but it's knackered, and I think it's just because it's cheap. I think what I want's a fire maple one or an OEX one, something decent. Just pay the money and get something that's going to last and work. And I think this one's on its way out because I've just had to turn it down a bit because it did leak. This one's been working fine for years, but I think it's on its way out. It's cooking anyway. It's cooking. Looking good. I'm quite chuffed. I'm hoping it's going to work. Just going to let that cook slowly. So I think this is about done as far as I want it. Now I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it on my plate and just let it rest whilst I cook my potatoes. And then I'm going to chop this meat up into gyros and put it in with the potatoes once they're half done. That is the plan. Let's see how it goes. Well, it's looking good. I would have said it's gone about 80% to plan. It's just a lack of space in the pan and too much stuff. But it is looking really nice. The meat is browning off a little bit and the potatoes are frying. Everything's piping hot. It's almost ready, to be fair. Looking good. Even though my cooker's knackered. Just going to let that simmer for a bit. Get the meat nice and crispy and the potatoes nice and charred and caramelised. It's just about ready. So I'm going to turn this off now. All done. You know what? I'm just going to eat it out of the frying pan. It'll keep it hot for longer instead of eating it off the plate. So here we go. Look at that. Oh, wow. I'll try a potato first. Try a bit of gyros meat. I'm going to enjoy this. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, wow. That was beautiful. I ate a lot. There's none left. That was really good. The flavour was bang on because it's the seasoning that you get from Greece. The only difference is obviously it's not real pork. It's not cooked and shaved the same way. Pardon me. But it was pretty good. The flavour was there, the texture wasn't quite there, but the potatoes were fantastic. I think the washing up's going to have to wait until Mrs. Hayes does it. I might have to rinse it off in the tarn. A little bit of oil. It's not going to make a lot of difference in the tarn. So I think I'll leave that, rinse it off in the morning, and let Mrs. Hayes wash it up. Well, that food was absolutely delicious. I'm absolutely stuffed. Now I do have a little bit of alcohol left, so I'm going to sit and drink that. It is fairly dark now, and if I move you around, the sun is just about gone. And I'm going to go in there, where it's nice and warm, get in my sleeping bag, in the tent. Very comfortable. And I'm going to sit and watch a film, finish me drink, and just chill out. And then I'm going to go to sleep. And it's absolutely stunning, beautiful surroundings. So I will see you in the morning, bright and early. I've got a little surprise for breakfast as well as coffee. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's about 5:30, 5:45, and I've been awake for about half an hour. I did sleep quite well, but the light woke us up, and I needed a wee. Once you need a wee, you've got to get up. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a nice day, apart from the washing up, of course, that is still sitting there looking at us. I'm going to have to do some cleaning because it's full of fat. I think it'll be a quick moss clean and just stick it in its bag. Mrs. Hayes cleaned that. Anyway, I'm going to get coffee on, I think. Desperate for a coffee. And I do have some chocolate chip pancakes for my breakfast. Nice and easy. Anyway, what a beautiful morning. You've got to see Helvellyn with loads of cloud on. Looks really nice. Not a breath of wind either. I'm guessing that means the midges are going to come out once the sun's up. I was just answering somebody who commented on one of my videos about the Hilleberg Solo, and he was asking whether you get condensation with it. And to be honest, I don't get much of a problem with condensation. The winter's when I normally get it. However, I just woke up this morning and there's condensation in the tent. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, so I think it depends on the weather, mate. I definitely got some condensation, but nothing's wet. It's just the inside of the tent. It's got a little bit of dampness on. Nothing too drastic. I guess it's the price you pay for a 4-season tent. Anyway, I'm going to get some stuff sorted in this tent, get some stuff put away, and I'll get back to you. Well, that's the bag packed and the tent is away, and I'm ready for the off. And that brings us to the end of another video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe and drop us a like, and I'll see you on the next one.
Feeling like a milli right now. Speeding in that Rari uptown. Best believe it's going down. $1,000 frames, no shade.